So today is another video interview with a fellow virtual assistant. She's a mom and a homeschooling advocate, and today she is offering content creation and strategy when it comes to her virtual assistant's business. During the interview, she will share with you some tips on how to manage time, overcome procrastination and distraction, especially for virtual assistant moms like me, and also for those part-time freelancers. So you don't want to miss this. I will let her share with you her personal story. Let's all welcome Noemi Mora.
Hi.
Hello. So tell a short story about yourself. When did you start working as a virtual assistant?
Okay, so I'm Noemi. I started working online or earning online since I think 2006. And I started out as an online marketer. So it's more on affiliate marketing. I started out selling ebooks. And then when I saw that when you become an online marketer, you always need to invest on the ads and all that. So the money is always going out. And at that time I cannot afford to have that. So I needed something that I could do online where I will be able to earn instead of the money going out, money's coming in. And then I used to work as in the broadcasting industry. So I worked as a video editor for children's television shows. It was back in the 90s. Educational shows like Sineskwela, Matinig, Bayani, Hiraya Manawari, and Apple Apple. And after that, I also briefly worked as an ESL teacher, which is teaching English as a second language. And I before working online, I used to also be part of the BPO industry as a customer service representative.
Okay. So you work in a call center.
Yeah, I work in a call center where you get to be where you get to have irate customers all the time.
Yeah. So as you can see, viewers, Noemi is really a talented and skilled person. So we'll have a follow-up question in connection with her skills. So, what was your first thought or reaction when you heard the word virtual assistant?
Because during that time I started online, the word virtual assistant was not really in vogue or known during that time. So when I started hearing the word virtual assistant, the first thing that comes to my mind is like a glorified secretary or an online executive assistant, because that's how I was thinking during that time. And because now sometimes you categorize a virtual assistant as someone who also does video, who writes, who did graphics. During my time, that's not how I I thought.
Yeah.
I thought what the word virtual assistant really means.
It's still a common misunderstanding that VA is an assistant because of the assistant.
Yeah, because of the word assistant.
Yeah. And one of my mentors said that, Susan Mershon said that virtual assistant is not really a position but rather an industry because you're providing a different online services. So, to continue with the question, how long it took you to finally decide that you can do this?
Right from the start, that's really my goal in this industry. When I started, I really wanted to find a way where I can earn online and still be with my kids. That's why when I started, it was as an online marketer, and then eventually as a freelancer. So I never really doubted that there's a way that you could earn online.
So can you tell us a little more about your very first project or gig when you started working online?
Okay, so if I remember it right, the first project I got was data entry. So what I did was the first client I got was an American, and he has this account on eBay. And what I do is I will just transfer the his sales in an Excel file. So it's basically copy pasting lang.
And how long it took you to do those type of responsibilities?
It depends on how many sales he has for that particular day. So sometimes if he only got like 2 sales, so I could just finish it in less than 5 minutes. So you just have to copy and paste it. So it depends on how many sales he has for the day.
Next question. Why did you actually started working from home?
Okay, so like my reason for
Yeah.
working online.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to really work online or earn online because I wanted to be with my kids. I wanted to really be there for them and not just spend quality time, but really be physically present in their lives. So also one thing more is because of guilt. Because before there were some instances in my first child's life that I wasn't there. So I didn't see his first step. I didn't hear his first word. So I wanted to, because of that, I wanted that for my next kids, I'll be physically there for them. So that's the reason why I really look for ways that where I can really work and be with them. And freelancing or working online made it possible for me.
With all those skills that you have, how did you choose the skill that you're offering right now?
Okay, so right now I'm offering content creation and strategy. Um, I chose that skill because like I can write, so I can write. I do videos, like I have this background in video editing, and I also do some graphics. Now, when looking for a skill that I can offer, content creation is the one that I found out that I can use all of those skills that I have and offer it as one to my clients. And then also doing the strategy so that I can help them also I can help their business more by using the content and creating a strategy for them to make the most of the content that I have to offer.
Okay, so do you have an ideal client now?
Right now, my ideal client are those who are those who are in non-government organizations or NGOs, particularly NGOs that are geared towards helping children. So that's my market or niche that I'm targeting right now, and it is important for a freelancer, virtual assistant, or those working online to have a particular market in mind, so that if you have a particular market in mind, you get to know what are their challenges, what problems they have, and be able to really address those. That is in contrast is if you are offering a lot of different services to different markets, you really cannot focus on what are their real problems. You get to be a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So it's better to have a real focus on the market that you want to give service to.
Totally agree, because you will have to offer most of the time general, just tip of the iceberg type of services.
Yeah. And also the problems, you wouldn't know exactly what the problems are in-depth problems
Yeah.
of the industry if you're not really focused on one market.
Do you have a fixed schedule when you work online?
Actually, ever since I started working online, the clients that I get are those who would agree that I'm doing it part time and I'm not uh, I'm not tied down to a fixed schedule. So it's more on a per project basis, and doesn't have a schedule as long as I finish the work given to me or the tasks given to me. So for viewers out there, you know now, it's been said by Joy as well before during the first interview that you can really work without a fixed schedule. So you can work in your own terms and in your own time, especially if you're a mom. So yeah. If you're getting value out of this video, do not forget to smash the like button. What is your biggest blessing when you started working from home? My biggest blessing really is that I get to have time with my children. I get to be with them 24/7. I was able to homeschool them. So I homeschooled my kids. This is actually my 13th year in homeschooling. So I was able to homeschool them. I was able to see them grow, as in really grow, um, grow in the sense that I saw how what their passions are, and how they develop their passion. And I was also there whenever they needed me. Like when they get sick, I don't have to ask a boss for a leave of absence. I can always go to the next room, right? Well, no problem. I can be there. I can even work while taking care of them. Like, diba, if you're a mom, you can carry your baby with you while working. So that's the biggest one, is being physically present and be with my kids and see them grow. All right, so that's the end of the first section of this interview. So Noemi will share now some tips on how to manage our time and overcome procrastination and distraction as a mom and a part-time freelancer. So take it away, Noemi. Okay, so I'm going to give you 5 tips on how to make use of your time to be more productive, right? The first one, start your day with a quiet time. Quiet time means it could be prayer time, it could be meditation. It doesn't have to be long. Maybe 10 to 15 minutes would be okay, as long as you start your day that way. Why is it important? It's like going to battle. You have to be prepared first. So that's quiet time would give you that needed push to do whatever you need to do for the day, your tasks for the day. And then second is create and follow your schedule. Okay, this actually I'm also guilty with this, that I tend to create a schedule but not following it. So as a mom, you need to really create and follow a schedule. So why is this important? So that you know basically what will happen for the day, and you'll be able to prioritize the tasks that you need to complete. If you don't have a schedule and you don't follow your schedule, there will always be some distractions that's going to happen. And if you don't have a schedule, don't follow a schedule, you'll always accommodate those tasks that are not important. Okay, so number 3, do some chunking. So what's chunking? Chunking is really just having a longer time and divide it into smaller tasks so that you'll be able to complete it for the day. So example, you need to like do a work that's like, let's say you want to write an article. It's going to take you like an hour in doing it. You could just do it like the first 20 minutes you do some research, and then after the 20 minutes do some tasks, and then go back and then make another utilize the next 20 minutes. So this is also important because as a mom, there will always be distractions, right? Like when you're doing a task and then your kid suddenly wakes up. So you have to be ready. So you have to learn how to do a certain task into mini tasks. So that's chunking. And then 4, use technology. No, technology can be our friend and it can also be our enemy, right? Enemy in the sense that it could be some time wasters. Like when you go to Facebook or you go to YouTube, you wouldn't you just say like, I'm gonna watch just 2 videos or just scroll down the feed, the news feed, and then before you know it, you've already wasted like 3, 4, maybe 5, even 5 hours a day just in doing that. So what you need is use technology, yes, but try to do it in a more productive way. Um, One thing that I can recommend is use the app Stay Focused. So what does Stay Focused do? Stay Focused is an app that you can use in your browser, and what it does is you can place a certain number of hours or minutes that you will spend for a particular site. Let's say you just say that you indicate there that I'm going to use Facebook only for 20 minutes. So you place there and stay focused that you can only access a site for 20 minutes. So after 20 minutes, stay focused will not let you not let you access Facebook. So it's easy for you to be more productive because you don't have a choice. So because it wouldn't allow you to do it. So you are able to stop using that site and be more productive, do other stuff. Especially if you work online, you can do other stuff and not be bothered with a site that wouldn't let you be productive.
So it's like an online or an app that serves you as an accountability.
Yes, it's like an accountability. It's like somebody. It's because when we work online, right? We don't have a boss or somebody looking over our shoulder and telling us, "Hey, you have to work. You have to stop that." When you work online, it's just you. So you have to have something or someone to be accountable for, and stay focused helps you do that. And that's when I say that technology can be your friend. So use that. Make technology a friend. And then 5, the last one, and I think this is the most important one also, is learn how to say no. Okay, because if you're a mom, we are expected to do a lot of things. But if you work online and you're also a mom, you have a lot of things on your plate. So you cannot do everything by yourself. You need help. And if you need help, make sure to ask for it. Okay. So if there are things or tasks or jobs that you need to do that you don't really have to do it, so you just ask help. Like if you have kids who are older, you could let them, instead of doing things for them, let them do the things by themselves. So it frees up your time. And when it frees up your time, you can use that to be more productive and do something that will make like your freelancing career better or soar better. Or so you can outsource work also. Just prioritize what needs to be done, and then for those that are not that important, just look for people who can help you with it. You don't have to say yes all the time.
Yes. All right. So, for our next portion of this video interview, we will have a fast Q&A, just something to for fun, for fun. So, are you ready for the fast Q&A, Noemi?
Okay, ready?
All right. Number 1, dog or cat?
Dog.
Diet or exercise?
Exercise.
Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Android or iPhone?
Android.
Actual notebook or physical notebook or online journal?
Hands down, physical notebook. Old school. I'm still old school.
Okay. YouTube or Facebook?
Facebook.
Music or podcast?
Podcast.
Windows or Mac?
Windows.
Okay. Ebook or book, hard copy?
Hard copy books. I still like books.
Early bird or night owl?
Super night owl.
That's the end of the fast Q&A. So, before we finish this interview, Noemi, if you're giving advice to those people who are starting as a virtual assistant, what can you give them?
those who are starting as a virtual assistant, and number one is have at least 3 to 6 months money in the bank. Why is this important? Because when you work online, it's not all the time that you can easily get a client. So if you have that buffer of 3 to 6 months of your money, you're able to really focus on your freelancing career, and you don't shortchange yourself because you have money that you can use for your expenses. So you don't get clients even if they pay you peanuts, even if they just give you a small amount, because you have money to spend.
So you won't be able to have that desperate
Yes.
desperate feeling of
Yes, and it also, if you sound desperate to clients, you really won't get clients who are going to value the service that you're going to provide. That's one. So keep your finances, do something about your finances first, and then second is know your why. Okay, because your reason for working online will serve as your anchor, so that every time you feel like giving up, your why will be the one that will set you to really work and to follow through and to really move towards your goal. Okay, and then the third one is take action. You have to be ready to take action. So if you're going to enter into the freelancing business and you will overthink, or you will say that I'll just study first and then I won't take action first because I have to do this, I have to do that, I'd rather you do not enter the industry. Okay? So you have to be ready to immediately take action when you enter the freelancing industry. So yeah, so those are the three things that I will give as advice to those who would like to enter the freelancing industry.
All right, so thank you for that, Noemi. Viewers, take note of that. Those are really important points. So how can people reach you if they have some concerns regarding your experience in it?
Okay, so actually it's easy to reach me. All of my social media accounts are using my name. They're all under my name. So my website is noemimora.com. And then if you want to send me an email, it's noemi@noemimora.com. And my Facebook is Noemi Mora.
All right. So that's it. Yay, we're done.
Yay!
If you haven't done so yet, don't forget to click the like icon. So thank you so much, Noemi. And everyone, just put in your comments below what is your biggest takeaway regarding this video interview. Type them and enter them in the comment section below. So Noemi, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.